This is.
Well, best of luck today. So, are you in front of the computer? Can you see the video?
You've got the screen on there. Excellent. Well, I'll be with you very shortly.
Just keep it sharp. Full price.
Okay,
Alright, so are you viewing anything with your computer screen right now? Two turns on, David Scholes standing out to the side, in a second. Steady. So we've got
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. I'm David Scholes, your auctioneer for what is the 136th investment portfolio sale for Burgess Rawsey. Who'd have thought that I'd be standing here in front of a camera live streaming to people who are going to be bidding externally? We are obviously opening this up to the world. Those of you who are bidding do need to be registered, and I think that's already been undertaken. So firstly, thank you very much indeed for getting yourselves organised before the event. But I do need to ask anybody out there, if you can't see me or can't hear me, could you please let us know? That's a joke. Before we get underway, and we're just organising the final of our telephone link-ups, could I quickly remind you, please, of your responsibilities? Just because we're allowing you to bid from your own home or comfort of your own office and the safety of your own office, you do have to abide by the New South Wales terms and conditions of auction. Now, you'd be very well aware of them, I feel certain, but just a couple of quick points, if you don't mind. The first one is in relation to our vendor's reserve figure. Now, that must be given to me in writing before the auction starts. That's been done. We're only offering 2 properties today. Obviously, as we're live streaming, the circumstance will be that the auction will probably run for a little longer than is normal. But both reserve prices are at hand, and you have my absolute assurance that both our owners are here today to sell their properties. You've got to understand, particularly under current circumstances, that owners are very serious once they put their property to auction under these circumstances. Now, on each address, I will reserve the right to make just one bid on behalf of the owners. That's known as a vendor bid. If I decide to exercise one of those today, I will tell you when I do it, and I will declare the fact that it is a vendor bid. Now, if you are bidding for another party, and you will have worked this out already by now, it could be your own superannuation fund, your company, even a family trust. If it is not your own personal name that will be appearing on the front page of the contract, you need to let the agents you're talking to on the phone know right now, if you don't mind. And the last thing I'd like to mention, the most important for everybody today, that is that upon the fall of this hammer, have we brushed that clean?
No.
Oh,
yes.
no.
We always have.
Once that hammer falls, the auction is then over, and at that stage, no further bids can be made by you or accepted by me. As I said before, we're not going to rush the circumstance. We're going to give you plenty of opportunities. But again, once that hammer falls, auction over, and at that stage, we'll be organising to exchange contracts and to lodge the deposit. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, could I speak firstly, agents? Are we all organised? Got our bidders on the phone? Just be patient, everybody. This will take just a few minutes longer than normal. We just want to make sure that everybody is connected and that everybody is able to view our program.
You won't get the auction fee refunded if the lease isn't registered. Is that your...
And again, as always, although it's now 2 minutes past the start of the event, we've got people trying to negotiate changes to the contract, but just be patient a moment. We'll be there very shortly. As I said, we're just offering 2 properties. The first property is the Blackwoods run operation, not the operation, but the building at 5 Islands Road at Unanderra. That's part of obviously Wollongong's major distribution centre. A phenomenal building, recently refurbished at the expense of the owners. And the second property will be up there in Ballina, which is a lease to a New South Wales government department, New South Wales Health. Now, both of these operators, both of these tenants, what I would have to call essential services. Obviously, New South Wales Health is an essential service. But one would argue too that the operation of Blackwoods is certainly part of the construction industry, which is obviously designated as an essential service in New South Wales and in fact Australia as well. So 2 really good quality tenants who are trading particularly well at this particular point. Now, I'm not too certain what's happening with our first one. And if you'll excuse me, I might just go and check. Just bear with me a minute.
There's someone. Yeah, good.
So how many auctions are you doing a day?
Today we've got, but normally,
Okay, well, what about properties then?
probably about a week I try and do prior to COVID, 30 or 40. About the amount of options I'm doing a week at the moment. So on a 42 a year, pretty much. It's quite easily 42, 44 maybe.
And what about the weekend? Have you noticed any pickup from last weekend?
Yeah, substantially. Substantially. Thank you, sir. Maybe moving Ballina, I think.
For those of you who are watching this live streaming event, firstly, apologies. This is beyond our control. Unfortunately, we do have a very late negotiation regarding part of a clause of the lease from one of the potential bidders. So we need to clarify and work that out before we can move forward to the auction at Unanderra. What we're going to try and do now is to make sure that we can contact all buyers and bidders on the property at Ballina, and we might submit that property first up and then revert back to the Unanderra property in half an hour's time. So if you are watching this and you are inclined to be looking at buying and bidding on behalf of Ballina, please do not leave your telephone, because we'll be in touch with you very, very shortly, as we'll probably be offering Ballina in front of the Unanderra property. Just be patient, we'll be with you very shortly. Just excuse me again. I'm ready to start. As long as we've got everybody from Ballina ready.
We're doing Ballina now.
Yeah.
Might play something on someone borrow someone's phone to call the bidder. Is your phone being used? I'm on it.
Yeah, good.
But still, it's got.
Do you want to use my phone?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I've got Darren. I'll stay with you if you like. Yeah. We'll just do a conference call from your end and I'll listen.
Potentially.
You can talk to me.
So how many registered bidders have we got? 5.
Everyone ready to go?
One bidder.
Agents, you need to do with the bingo as well.
I've got the window here.
Oh, you got the bingo there.
They need to secure the auction going.
It hasn't gone, we're going back to that one.
So none of these have heard the terms and conditions, so I should just make mention of them one more time?
No, they've all heard it. They're all sitting
Well,
there.
they're just stuck.
Well, David, I've been doing Darren on this one.
Okay, cool. Is your person on yet?
So, yeah.
In a minute? Well, I can start, it's going to be a minute before. Right.
He just wants to move to a private.
Okay, thank you ladies and gentlemen for your patience. We've got some good quality interest on this property at Ballina. And hopefully we will effect a sale. We do have owners who are wanting to meet the market on this particular property. So let me quickly just remind you, just in case you logged in a little late, just the fact that this is an auction, albeit the fact we're live streaming it, that doesn't mean that your responsibilities have altered in any way, shape or form. Again, the reserve price has already been given to me. We're comfortable with that figure. We do accept the fact that I am prepared to make and allowed to make one bid on behalf of the owners, a vendor bid. And again, if I do make that bid, you'll be the first to know of it. And the only other thing is the fall of the hammer. That's it. Auction is over, and at that stage, whoever the highest bidder is will be deemed the purchasers and will be expected to sign a contract and to lodge a deposit. Now, I'm not going to rush it. We're going to give you plenty of time. But again, your bids will be conveyed through agents who are sitting in this room. And I think that we've got a number of parties who are now logged in. So very quickly, McInnes Legal have prepared the contracts. As you're aware, Burgess Rawson are the selling agents. Reece Parker and Darren Behag have handled the inquiries. Darren is also external on a telephone in Victoria. A 28-day completion period. Unit 1 of 317 River Street at Ballina is the address. Lot 1 on the plan of Strata 79368. Fully leased investment, therefore deemed to be a going concern, and all the lease provisions and all the terms of the contract are part and parcel of the document, and you will have an opportunity of having a look at it. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, just about a brand spanking new lease. It started in November last year. And again, it's really important to know that this truly is an essential service. This is New South Wales Health. So you've got a covenant to the New South Wales government, who, in my opinion, has done an exceptional job throughout the COVID-19 crisis. And they're still continuing to handle it. Now, they moved in early this year, and their lease commenced late last year, and they undertook quite a significant fit-out, so the property does present absolutely magnificently. First floor exposure. It is accessed via lift, and it's a good quality modern building. Now, one would argue that this is one of the very finest buildings anywhere in Ballina. So you can buy part of the building with a great deal of pride. 3 car parking spaces on title, and a total area, I think, of around about, I have no idea, it's 265 square metres. Now, there is basically a brand new 5-year lease, 2 further 5-year options, and the current net return approximately $53,725 net per annum. Now, as I said before, not only is it a very good quality building, but very central as far as the CBD is inclined. You're surrounded by some really heavy hitters of retail, but also good quality exposure to the legal and to the other infrastructure areas of the Ballina populace. And again, it's an expanding area. This North Coastal area is certainly well and truly on track for the growth expectations that were undertaken at the last census. So ladies and gentlemen, a truly brilliant piece of property, very, very good quality tenant, long-term exposure to the New South Wales government, and a very, very smart net return. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Unit 1 of 317 River Street in Ballina. First floor exposure. It should be sold for how much you're about to tell me, so please convey your bids to the agents. Don't be bashful. This is an auction. You want to buy the property. Don't sit on your hands. Let's hear somebody start the competition. So away into it. Where do we start? Who'd like to get the bidding underway? How much for it?
No problem.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, returning approximately $53,725. Exposure to New South Wales government. 5-year lease. 2 further 5-year terms, as far as options are concerned.
I missed that. Could you
How much?
650,000.
Gentlemen, you're both 8. I'm going to take 8, fellas, if you don't mind. I'm very, very sorry. You both have 8. That is correct. Yeah, 800,000. 8's the bid. 8's the money. At $800,000 a call, 8's the offer. Now, phoners, don't be deterred.
800,000.
Happy to take a little $10,000 bid above it. I've got 800. 8's the money. At $800,000 a call, 8's the offer. $800,000 is the bid. I've got 8's the offer at $800,000 a money. 8's the call at $800,000 a bid. Who'd like to make it 810?
I'm going to put the phone down and call you back, okay?
8 is the call at 800,000. 8's the offer at $800,000 a bid. 10. Thank you, fresh bidder. 810. 810's the call. $810,000. Now Michael's holding the bid at the minute at $810,000. 810's the call, $810,000 the bid. Beautiful Ballina,
Would you like
new
to-
5-year lease with 10 years worth of options. New South Wales Health.
820.
Take the 20, sorry. I'll take it shortly. 820. Michael, your party's out. 820,000. 820's the call at $820,000 is the bid. Over here on my left. Take a 5, that's okay. 825, 25's the call, $825,000. And to all parties watching this live streaming event, every one of these bidders is registered. We've seen their identification, they've already put a part deposit lodgement down. What are you hanging up for, Michael? Now I've got $825,000. 825's the call, take a 5 at the back if you like. $825,000 the call. 825's the offer at $825,000 the bid. This has got to be outstanding value for money, hasn't it?
6.5.
Over 6.5% net return, new 5-year lease to New South Wales Health. All right, well everybody, the bid is here on my right. $825,000 first.
We've got a 5 here.
30's there. No, Michael, in close to the bid. 830. Thank you, not 830. It's 830. 830's the call. Bid's right up close, gentlemen. You're both out.
Yeah.
Now we're remaining in 5s for the moment. $830,000 it is at 830's the call at $830,000 the offer. 830's the money.
Yep.
And for those of you at home bidding, think of the great benefits we're offering you today. You can bid here under auction conditions, but you don't actually even have to dress up to attend. 830, you're probably just enjoying a late breakfast. $830,000 the call. Anybody else? 830's the call. 35. Quick. In close the money. 830 first. 35. 835 against you in front. $835,000. 835's the call at $835,000 the bid. Now you could say 40, you could say 50. Why don't you say 900,000? Put it right beyond that. Now 835 is against you and against you at the back. Is there anybody else? 835,000 first. Quick. Second. I don't know that I'll take it.
836.
37 and a half. Tell him that.
37.5, Marta.
This is Ballina.
Nah, 1,000 unfortunately. Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking to. Would you like to tell him I'm thinking he's a little bit miserable? 836. $836,000. I know I've taken it. I shouldn't have. $836,000 the call. That doesn't mean you have to give me one as well. 836,000. 836 the call at $836,000 the offer. $836,000 the money. That way if you don't mind. Not that way, that way. 38.
Yes, 38. Yeah.
838. 838 to make it 40. $838,000. 839. I've got $839,000 to bid. Lift access, 840, 3 car parking spaces on title, full fit outs at the government's cost. $840,000 the money.
That's you.
It's not you, the bidder's there. 840.
840.
840 is the call at 840. At 840 is the money. One more.
841.
41. I've got 841,000. $841,000 the call. 841's the money at $841,000 the bid. In close.
Okay.
42.
Another 4,000.
Wait for you.
They're gonna push it up another 1,000.
841 it is at $841,000. Quickly.
Okay, so I'll go 845.
Now, going to give everybody equal opportunity, but I've just got to let you know, I'm not getting any younger.
They're going to get 1,000. That's 4,000 will blow.
I'm going to die of old age. I prefer not to be dying in front of the Burgess Rawson agents. 841. 45.
843.
43. 843. 843 is the bid. I've got 844. Well done, 844 is the call.
Yeah.
Yep. Where have you been?
845.
Well, wait, I'm going to take it there unless you can beat
6.
46 is in close. Now that's sorted everybody out. 846.
They're at 46.
Both out at the back. 846.
So this is the
846 in close.
847.
847. Your turn, Michael. 847's the call. 847's the money at $847,000.
What are you thinking?
Quick. Here it goes. 847,000. First, you're out.
Yeah.
Second,
One more. 848.
we'll make it a good one. It's only one.
848.
48. 49. 850. $850,000.
Yes.
850 is the call. I've got 850 at 850 is the money.
Yes. That's correct, yes.
$850,000 a bid.
No. One way.
Yeah, put him up. Push it.
$850,000.
Exactly right. Don't lose it now. Let's not lose it.
Now just remind your bidder
You're out.
that one more might do it.
Okay.
Everybody comes to these events with a round number in mind.
He's telling us one more may do it.
$850,000. All right, Michael, here it goes to your party. 850,000. First, second,
851.
51.
Someone's gone 51.
851 it is. Make it 55. 851's the call. $851,000 the money.
What was the lease on the other one next door?
851's the call at $851,000. Mr. Vanstone, you're out.
Using the 5 plus 5.
851's the bid.
You know all the details.
Okay, so a little bit shorter.
Anybody else?
That's right.
I bet you it wasn't New South Wales Health.
5 plus 5 plus 5.
55?
Yeah.
52.
It's around 852 at the moment.
852's the bid. I've got $852,000. Gentlemen, both out in close. Need your answer. $852,000.
52,000.
You out? Are you out of this? Okay.
Finished?
Yeah.
Just tell him that, just so we know, we're not sitting on the fence wondering. Tell him politely if he's out, we'll probably hang up.
We'll probably hang up if you're out. Mark, is that okay? Yeah? Okay, congratulations. Well done. Unfortunately, we didn't get it.
I was only bluffing.
No worries, Mark.
852, we're back down to two contenders, $852,000. That's your bid, against you on my right, you sure?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes then, everybody. $852,000. First, second,
Okay.
One more.
One more.
Have a good day, Pete. Bye, bye.
last chance.
It's 1,000.
Third and final.
Oh, okay.
Darren's not answering.
Bidding.
What's that?
Quick finished. What are they saying? Just remind them they've spent nothing over the last 6 weeks of lockdown. So $1,000 here or there surely shouldn't hurt. Bidding?
Hi, guys, you there? Okay.
Quickly, Michael, just ask your party to be patient for a minute. Reese, 852 is the bid at the minute. We've had 5 contenders, and 852 is the call at the present time. Mr. Michael Vanstone holds the bid against you on the right. 852 is the money at $852,000. $265 square metres of really good quality first floor office space, well lit, air conditioned,
Okay, give me.
lift access of 3 car spaces.
One more thousand.
53, 853, Michael against you.
All in the cost here.
Now Michael, you know how this works, you've been around it for a long time. Tell them $1,000 don't work, hit it hard, make it 860. 853 is the bid. 853 is the bid at $853,000. The owner? Quick. $853 first. Second. Well, I want to buy it, obviously. 55, 855, $855,000.
Go, Frank, it's Reese, how you going?
855 is the call at $855,000.
Okay, I'm gonna take him outside.
All right, everybody, just be a little patient. Michael, your party's holding the money at 855.
Okay, so we've got work to do, and I just wanted to tell you.
$855,000 is the call. Reese.
Okay,
Cash offer on the table, Reese.
Sorry?
What's your real handicap?
855 is the bid.
Okay. Yeah, so the reserves last.
Sorry, everybody.
You want to get an extra 10, and I'll see you later.
We're getting close.
I don't think you will, but if you give me 10, I'll. Sorry? 865. Yeah. I understand, let me find out.
That's all right, Reese.
We've got 2 minutes.
Hi.
Still holding the bid. Mr. Vanstone's party at 855. We're standing in the commercial auction rooms at 50 Margaret Street in Sydney, and we haven't seen a scene like this for a while, have we, Jess? Well, you have, I haven't. Normally the place has got 100 people sitting in here. At the moment we're just surrounded by telephones and agents, but it's working very well. $855,000 is the call at the moment.
Yeah.
And the only reason we are here is that restrictions were lifted a little last week. gave us the opportunity of live streaming this event into your homes, into the comfort and safety of your homes and offices. Hopefully Australia will remain responsible. Stick to the ethics that we've created over the last several weeks, and with a bit of luck these restrictions will continue to be lifted further.
Right, well, instead of...
Reece.
Yeah, I want to do that before we come back. Next thing. Yeah. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Now Reece Parker is talking
Yeah.
to
Can you hear me there?
our underbidder. They've had a conversation with the owners. We're obviously getting very close to being able to do a deal here, so Michael, just be patient. $855,000 is still the bid, which I think seems to be pretty fair value to me. Quality fit outs, arguably, if not the best, one of Balliner's finest commercial buildings. Very, very well positioned in the heart of River Street. 265 odd square metres of total office space with 3 car parking spaces on title also.
What about...
Bids at $855,000.
it's just under
Okay, good.
One Reece, need something happening, please.
This is 3 times what
Are you there?
you're doing.
Okay, yeah, so he's not going to do that. We need
Yeah.
$1,000. He's nearly at...
Yeah, I'm going to tell him. I'll need a bottle of champagne. Yeah.
For those of you who are watching this from your comfort of your own home, it's riveting stuff, I know. But it's better than watching Days of Our Lives. Surely. $855 is still the bid. Come on, Reece. Reece, come on, need some instructions, please.
Yeah, we need instructions. Yeah, we need instructions, guys. David's.
Cash offer, Reece.
It's a cash offer.
The deal to be done today,
We've got 860 here.
860. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
that's
confirm that, please. Correct.
Yeah, I've just called 860, but it hasn't been accepted yet. So we're just getting instructions.
Yes. Okay, 860. Michael, your part is out. 860 is the money. $860,000 they call it. 860 is the offer.
Yeah.
Reece, what's our owner think about that? $860,000.
But we can't draw this out any longer.
860 is the money at $860,000.
Yeah.
Okay, how does chance, everybody?
That's right. They're saying the same thing. We've already done that. They want to know it's the same. They want to know. That's where we're at.
860 is the bid.
That's right. They're still on the phone. They're waiting for you.
Which one is it?
Reece, how does chance? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here he goes then, 860. First, second.
862?
What are we doing?
Sure. Still fine.
Sorry.
30 seconds. He's checking something.
Michael, anything further than this might be a big help to our owners' ultimate decision-making experience. $860,000 is the bid.
Please, guys. Please. these guys are talking about hanging up the phone, they're just sitting here waiting. Are we calling it on, or what are we doing? Because they,
860's the call at $860,000.
hang on. 875 and I'll put it on.
We're getting close.
Hello?
Yeah.
Bids here, 860.
I'll call out you two.
62. 862 is the call at $862,000. Now I can tell you
He's
that
just
we
done
are
that to show
getting
you.
so close. If this thing passes in, that person back there is going to buy it. 862 is the bid.
Auction. Yeah.
Make it 65. 862 is the call.
And the market is crazy.
They're not moving. We need an answer, otherwise we move
Yeah,
on.
we need an answer. David's saying-
We've got 6.23% for first floor office space.
You won't get this.
$862,000 the bid.
Well, yeah, we can't put in call it on the market because everyone said the same thing. They're not going to keep moving this up. So if we can call it on that, that's what we can do. Otherwise, they're not going.
Again, apologies for those external viewers. We're getting so close. There is a deal here to be done, and in fact, I'd have to say there's a deal here to be lost. But 862 is the bid at the minute.
Call it off.
Come on, Bruce, we're not talking the national debt here. We need to have a decision, please.
Yeah, we need it.
We're still waiting on instructions.
We'll do as they ask us to do. But there could be some more competition, I can't guarantee it.
Well, that's not going to work. Do we make a vendor with it? We're just going to kill it. That's crazy. $8,000. Everyone's telling me.
Quickly.
Oh, no.
Is this?
Yeah. Not really. We're going to lose them.
Come on, need some decisions. Had us chance.
870 in the next bill.
Okay, that's confirmed. That's your responsibility.
Yeah,
So,
that's confirmed.
Gentlemen, you've been waiting for us to draw a line in the sand. I'm going to do that. The owner has asked me to exercise their one vendor bid, 870,000, just a nick above where we are, and the next bid above this will be accepted. $870,000 it is. I'll take a single $1,000 rise. 870 is the call at $870,000 the bid. Today's the day to do it. Come on. 870,000. First. Second. Oh, good Lord above. They've done all their due diligence. Asked for changes to contracts. Jumped through all the hoops. Your chance to buy it is right here, right now. $870,000.
$1.
Whose idea was that?
Yeah.
All right, we've got $870,001. I don't think we can even enter that in, can we? Oh, you can. All right, we're selling.
Yeah.
$870,001.
So they're gonna.
Actually, that's $1,000. So good.
It's with you, John.
$870,001 the bid. 870 and 1 it is, you sure? Okay, Michael, well done. You're going to own it at $870,001 first. Definitely finished. Anybody else? Second. Third and final. Quick. Definitely finished.
Definitely. Right.
Bidding.
Yeah.
Done. Congratulations. Well brought. Give them a round of applause. Now we're going to move, if we could please, to Unanderra, but I do need to make sure that we are ready to do so. Just bear with me a minute. Dean,
Are we right for Unanderra, do you know?
Well, now, either one of those changes isn't going to be, I only got one guy.
We've got a June portfolio.
Okay, I'll come
Pick
to
up something good. Alright. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thanks.
That'll just be a bit No, I know. I got about 2 in the year, huh?
I need the things at the golf where it says.
Yeah, yeah, quiet please.
Jessa? All right, sorry ladies and gentlemen, we're off to what was supposedly number one on the order of sales, is to Unanderra, to an absolutely outstanding opportunity, fully leased to Blackwoods, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Wesfarmers. They need no introduction, do they? One of the groups that are actually performing so well during the COVID-19 crisis, and all of these, again, are basically part of the essential services of Australia. Now, Simone Legal have prepared the contracts, Burgess Rawson, the selling agents. 42 days to completion period. Unit 1 of 175 to 177, 5 Islands Road, Unanderra is the address. Described as Lot 1 on the plan of strata 75828. Fully leased investment, therefore deemed a going concern. And again, the lease details are annexed to the contract, as are the full title particulars, the zoning document, and a copy of the plan of strata also. All right, well, let's have a little look at it, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is a large area. The building area is some 2,412 square metres. Recently upgraded, and important to know that Blackwoods have been here, we believe, since the day this property was open. They've basically been there for 15 years. They've entered into another new 5-year lease with a further option through until 2028. Now the land area is 3,044 square metres, which provides for around about 43 car parking spaces, well designated lined car parking space. Now this is actually a trade centre, which is one step up to the normal style of Blackwoods. Thanks, Michael. Shh. Can't help yourself, can you? And again, this is certainly a very, very busy enterprise indeed. Now, this is basically the Wollongong distribution and commercial centre. Nice and handy to all the delights of the South Coast. Easy access to Sydney and easy access all the way back down the highway to service those very vibrant coastal locations also. Now, Blackwoods have been in operation for many, many years. They're basically the safety kings of industry in Australia. But again, being a trade centre, this is where tradesmen go to buy boxes of items rather than single items. So they've got easy ingress and egress, simple turning circles, and plenty of space on site, as I mentioned, for car parking facilities as well. Now the current net return is currently $296,903 net per annum. There is a DA approval for a mezzanine level, so that's approved. Potentially could be an area of improvement for you down the track. But important to note that we've got a new 5-year lease and options through until 2028. Being there for 15 years would indicate to me they're very happy to call this their South Coast headquarters. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had good interest. I apologise for the delay. The fact was that the agents at the 11th hour received an offer at a very competitive rate. Unfortunately, as always is the case, there were some terms associated with that offer, which we tried to work through, but we've decided now to take it to auction. So if you're interested in the property, my suggestion would be for you to put your best foot forward and see if you can't make some competitive offers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Unit 1 of 175 5 Islands Road is the address. It is here for your competition, so wade into it. Where do we start? Who'd like to get the competition underway? Now, it should be close to 5 million. I'd love to hear that sort of figure to start.
Would you like to open the bidding?
Who's going to start it, ladies and gentlemen?
4.5.
Thanks, Tom, but that's a little bit on the light side. I was sort of hoping for 5. I think you know full well the conversation that was had with the agents before. We've got a party sitting in the sidelines prepared to pay more than that. I want to start about 5. If you said 4.75 million,
4.6.
I'll take 4. I need 475.
That's us.
Yeah, 4.75.
Thank you, 475. I've got $4,750,000. Reece, I'm sorry, happy to take a 50. $4.75 million. The bid at $4,750,000. The money. $4.75 million is the call. $4.75 million the bid.
Okay. Let's just see how that vote goes.
To make it 4.8.
50.
8 I have, 4.8. 4.8's the bid, Tom, to make it 850. $4,800,000 the call. Or you can make it 5 million, I don't mind. 4.8's the bid at $4,800,000. 850. 4.850's the call. I got $4,850,000. 4.850's the money at $4,850,000 the bid.
25.
875. Same to you. 4.825. 4.9. 4.9's the call. I got $4,900,000. 4.9's the bid. I've got $4,900,000.
I'm just going to get some instructions.
Reese, I hope your clients on the end of the phone don't look as worried as you. The Marcel Marceau of real estate agents. 4.9's the bid at 4.9's the money. 4.9's the call. I got $4,900,000. Stay there, Tom. Your bid at the minute at $4,900,000. Still better than a 6% net return on a 5-year lease, a new 5-year lease, with a further 3-year option. Recent upgrade at the vendor's expense, so the property presents absolutely impeccably.
You're just taking instruction.
Now I've got $4,900,000 at the moment.
Do you want me to do this for you?
Oh, I can do it. Tell me. 4.9's the money at $4,900,000 is the bid at 4.9's the call.
What's that? Yeah.
Okay, Reece, need some instructions. $4.9 million is the bid. Just excuse me, everybody. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Tom, thank you very much indeed. Just bear with us a minute. We're going to, again, just to get this finalised, we are going to exercise a vendor bid. Again, not very far above the level that you're sitting at the present time, and all you've really got to do is to beat it. The owner will certainly be considering this next offer very closely. Now, the vendor bid is $5.1 million. What do you think? I'll take any, I'm not going to take $1, I'll take $1,000 or $10,000. 5.1's the call. I got $5,100,000 of money at 5.1's the bid. Ideally position this property, 5 Islands Road. Direct access to the port. You're finished. In which case, unfortunately, I am going to have to pass this property aside, and that then opens the realms of other people entering the fray. So $5,100,000. If anybody can beat it, now's the chance. 5.1 million. Are we all silent? Tom, definitely finished? Finished. Bidding. All right. Thank you very much indeed. To you who are watching us from external areas, thank you for your attendance. That does finalise the 2 auctions for this particular portfolio. Now, next month in June, we have earmarked a number of properties that will be going to the auction block. With your help, it is not too late, I don't think, to enter that portfolio if in fact you have an intent to sell property. So do speak to the agents. Otherwise, thank you for your attendance. Thank you, agents. A great job that you've done today. Anything further we can do for you, don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the week.